Had a little incident. Bent my rim. I got it straightened back out. Sort of, you know. And treat back in best I could. Shit, man. I was crossing the road in a crosswalk and I didn't even snap on the other side. Like, you have to turn like 90 degrees and do this little jogger to get up there, you know, where I thought it was just going straight up like that. And I didn't see it until the last moment, just sharp concrete, man, just a curb, like just sharp edge. And I was, oh shit. And I popped my front wheel up, bam, the back wheel hit it. And bent the fuck out of my rim just on one side. The other side, it didn't bend it. It bent this side. I must have hit a little just on that one side or something. But yeah, man, I can't believe I didn't go over to the bars, man. I was like, oh shit, and bam, hit the back wheel. I go, blew it out. Walked her home, about 2 miles in. But right before it happened, I just found the coolest freaking bike path ever. I mean, these bike paths are so badass. I mean, and they're through the mesa just out there. They got bridges and shit going over the Auroras. They got, and down below where they put the bridges, like they concreted the Aurora in and did some stuff. And like, they made it where the motorcycles and the Jeeps and shit can go through there, man. It's so fucking cool. I mean, they can go through there. They didn't block nobody off, man. They got all these bridges and bike paths and some of them are dirt, some of them are paved. And it's, I mean, like, it's out in the field, man. It's out in the field over here. I live in a sandbox, you know. I live in a mesa. I don't know how they got that stuff to not be all cleat. They put some cleachy down so the dirt ones are, the dirt paths aren't sand. It's just sand out here, you know. I found them, man. So I was so happy. I come home, fix this immediately because I got to get back out there. That was cool as shit. I just having to turn. I go, try these bike paths over here because I've been riding bike paths in Rio Rancho, posting it. And because not many cities got what I got here. I mean, we got some fucking bike paths, man. Over in the richer areas and shit, they got some nice bike paths along the Arroyos, and you know, and like over here where I'm at, we got nice bike paths too, but they're cracked. They got big cracks in them because they're fucking 15 years old or whatever. They put one in over here. They just opened it up. It drops down way. I mean, I can get across Rio Rancho, dropping down right there, and it's behind all these houses and down this arroyo, and it's where the water flows. I know I never heard of an arroyo till I moved to Mexico. Man, that's people that move here. Y'all got arroyos in your state? They're like, no, I never heard of one. Yeah, we got these arroyos. So fucking the trail just runs all the way down it, and you crosses 3 main roads, man. Gets you all the way across the Rio Rancho. So, I mean, it's great. And this other one, it heads the other way. And they said, man, like 20 years ago when I was a cyclist, they said they were going to build that. And then they just put up signs and they said, all the bike paths down this road here, and they didn't ever build it. And they finally built that shit. I can't believe it. It's fucking old, you know, now, but they finally built that shit. They told us they're going to build that like 30 years ago. They got around to it. They did do it. So, yeah, man, I'm looking at it in wreck hard today. It's pretty crazy. I look up, I'm like, oh shit. And I seen somebody in a car, man. They look over, they heard me yell, oh shit. And I pulled the wheel up, man, and I didn't wreck, but it was like, oh shit, and I got the front end up. And I wouldn't have popped the back wheel, but it's like 60 pounds or it's like 30 pounds. That's why the fucked up thing is though, I did this same thing 2 days earlier, and it was straight up the city's fault. I go through the same thing. I just crossed the street and I was coming up the little place where it's, you know, wheelchair can go up it or whatever, you know, a bike can go up it. It's like not a curb. And fucking right on the other side, I get going. There's like a 10-inch gap, man, a 10-inch gap down about that deep, fucking like just a missing fucking piece of concrete, man. Like they didn't ever put it in. It's a new concrete, and it's just missing. And I go, oh shit! And I pop my front wheel over it, and the back wheel hits the far side, dink, and pinch tubed my tube in, and I had to change the tube out on the road. And today, I blew this tube out. And I was just like, oh man, I just walked it home, So that sucks 2 times, But what the big deal is I can get the front end up, but I can't, like the rear wheel. It's hanging. It doesn't pop over the curbs real easy. It's got a lot of weight on it, so I got to get used to that. And of course, like today, there's nothing I can do. And in both cases, it was like, I just did what I reacted by getting the front end up, but the back end took a hit, and bent my rim, dude. I was like, how am I going to get another rim laced on here? What the fuck? Oh, shit. So I guess I'm back going. I think I'm going a night ride. But I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Make sure this wheel's going to work. But go ride close in the neighborhood here. See how it's running, because I want to go over them bike paths tomorrow. Ride that. And the cool thing is I can go from my house right over here and get on them bike paths, go all the way down to my bank. And I was thinking I had to ride down this other bike path that's cool, but it's alongside the main road. Like I found this bike path that goes through the mesa, man. I'll be out there chilling, going over these bridges and shit, heading to my bank. It's like, it's so fucking cool. I was like, I discovered these, and they're kind of like just for this neighborhood to walk their dogs back there. It's like just in a mesa, and behind it's all... I want to go up in a drone, man, and fucking get pictures of it. Like, look, here's the trails, man. Because I don't even know if I've been on them all. I was zooming around them today. I left, a big old smile on my face. First thing I do, crossing the road, coming back into the town, pop my tire. It sucked. Anyway, fucking 10-pound battery. I've dropped that son of a bitch like fuck, man. I don't even want to say. I've dropped it enough times where I'm like going, should I open this up, see if there's any damage in there? Fucking, I just seen the thing today where these Chinese bikes were fucking burning up, But this is a Yossi. And they're not really known for burning up. But I've dropped it, man. First thing I did to take off, it was back here. I was trying to put it back here, and it flew off. I didn't lock the thing in. Flew off right, and as soon as I hit the throttle, boom, just flies up, bam. First few feet I rolled on this motherfucker, I dropped that battery. And then I've taken it off here and just bam, dropping it. It's slippery as a banana, man. I'm telling you, and I've dropped it several times. It should be easier to grip, better to grip, man, because it's just too big to be holding right and stuff. And yeah, I've dropped it like 3 or 4 times hard. Bam, When I pick it up, it works, but I'm like, oh shit, I hope I don't got no damage in there. My USB don't work, so I do got some damage in there, But it didn't work when I first got it. But like I said, I dropped it right away when I got it, Dropping it from the beginning. It pisses me off because, it's like, that's my battery, man. It's like we got a relationship going. We're out there, man. We're partners. I thought I'd be lazy. I wasn't sure, That ain't what happens, man. I don't know if you've got on with these. That ain't what happens. You go farther and faster. So you just go farther and faster. You just get in a bigger gear then. It's like, It's gave me freedom, man. I'm back out on the road, man, because I live in a hilly place and sandy place, and you get a little ways from the house, and you just lose your energy going up these hills and shit out here in the heat, and just I can't do it anymore. I got tired of chasing my friends up and down these hills, man. I quit riding, man. Instead of clicking around, doing my other hobbies, man. Fuck this fucking shit working that hard out there, But now, man, I got an e-bike, and it's weird though, but I still work hard. I come back, my heart, I stop, man. I'm breathing hard. My heart rate's up. It's like. You go put heart monitors on all these e-bike riders, and I bet you not all of them are lazy. I bet you most of them are pedaling and their heart rate's up. They just go farther and faster. It's like they just, it's a scary feeling to be away from your house and all you got's your bike, your energy, and you're out of energy, and it's hotter than fuck or something. It's scary, man. I quit doing that shit. I was a mountain biker, man. We go out and do Vision Quest, man. 50-mile rides in the mountains and shit. Take us 6 hours and shit like that. Crazy friends, But I'm in Colorado and shit, man. Pro riders, man. I used to be my friends, They were like, I remember one of my friends was ranked in the top 50 in the Norba News more than 1 year. And, he's like my best friend. We'd ride, I remember riding behind him. Scott, man, his fucking calves are fucking huge, and he has garden hose veins going up him, It's like, I remember riding behind him, and I'd just be like so intimidated, looking down at my little bird legs, going, God damn, I'm going to keep up with this motherfucker. Scott was going to ride as fast as the slowest rider. Yeah, right. I remember Brad throwing his helmet at you at one time. You took us 10 miles extra on a loop because you wanted to go down this one trail and you didn't know next time you're going to be out there. We're telling you, we didn't have the fucking energy, man. We need to go directly straight back to the car. We're telling you, 10 extra miles and shit out there fucking dying, you know. It was back in the day, man. It's great, but I'm back on my bike again. This is a 24-year-old Gary Fisher. I bought it and like 3-4 years later, I wasn't even riding anymore hardly. I wasn't even hardly riding it. Like maybe 5 years after I got it, and that bike is hanging over there. I'm gonna put a motor on it too. I'm gonna go with a mid motor on that one over there. It's a Raleigh Peak. I put thousands of miles on that bike. I had it for years, but this one here I didn't get as many miles on it, and it's just really set in my deal. I put a new shock on it. I got a stem and put some riser bars on it, and fucking put an e-motor, man, and it does 35. It's badass. It does 35 miles an hour. So I'm gonna try to, if you can camouflage how many watts your motor's got. I don't know how smart they are on that shit yet. I've watched some videos, and you think the cop's totally clueless, and he pulls out some shit. It's like, oh, he's read the thing. He knows about 1, 2, and 3 classes. I just have throttle. I don't have nothing else on here but throttle. My sensors land on the ground over there. It had a rapid disassembly, unscheduled rapid disassembly. So I don't have one on here no more. I got to order one in. I'm used to blending it with the throttle. I just like pedal and just, you got used to it. And you don't move it much, man. I got marks up here. You don't move it much. You don't think it's even doing anything, but it's like, yeah, man, I look down at my deals. If I'm over that line there, it is adding something. You know what I mean? So like, you can blend it yourself if some people can't probably, but what I did is I just got a big enough gear to where when I'm maxed, if I'm pedaling a good cadence in my biggest gear, that's like pretty much top speed on my throttle. So it's like I can just be in my biggest gear pedaling easy, hauling ass, doing like 28 to 34 miles an hour. And or you can gear down to your middle ring and blend the throttle in the same way, but just, you'll want to just keep gearing up until you're in your biggest gear. It's like you're stuck in your biggest gear if you got a big enough motor. If you don't got a big enough motor, you're stuck in whatever gear your motor can go at, But mine can go past my biggest gear. I could probably use just a few more teeth, or missing teeth back here. Maybe I got a 14. I'd like to go to a 13 or a 12 or something, but this is a 50. And then I could, like, because I can still spin out in this, and it's like, I just, I quit pedaling because it's like I'm ghost pedaling, and, but I'd like to get it where I can't, spin out, in my biggest gear, so, I could really crank it, but, yeah, the hub motor's kind of, your gears don't matter, I just leave it in my biggest gear. I don't even gear down at the stop signs, because you just give it a little throttle, get it rolling, and you start pedaling, and within 3 seconds, you're up fucking speed again. You're doing 22 miles an hour down the road quick, So, I have a low gear on here in case it breaks down. I can ride in it and stuff. But, yeah, I mean, it's like you're stuck in your biggest gear, at least with the 1500 watt motor you are. All there's regulation bullshit they're going to be bringing on these things. It's like it's a drag, And, of course, like people like me, it ain't just like I'm wanting to break the law. It's like, well, of course I want to put the biggest motor I can on here. I want like that's 1500 watt. I'd like to have a 2000 or 3000 on there. Check it out. I think it'd be badass. It's like, but so I know we're gonna push the limits. People are gonna be pushing the limits on the size of these motors on these bicycles, man. And it's gonna be a fun ride. So some of us gonna crash and burn, but it'll get us banned is what it'll do. We won't be able to be going on no bike paths. We won't be able to do shit, but then they're not fast enough to really safely get out in the street. It's like being on one of them scooters that's a 125 and it only does like 50 miles an hour. It ain't fast enough for the streets around here, man. It ain't fast enough. You can stay in the neighborhoods on it, but most of if streets marked 45, everybody's doing about 55, 60 on it. So it's dangerous on them scooters, and that's like the same with the bicycles, man. And getting these motors, you can kind of start dicing up with traffic, but it don't mean you should, Later. Wish me luck if I go for a ride. My rim, don't fold up. I had 4 spokes were loose. I tightened them up, trued the wheel in. So I don't know. I had 4 spokes were like ting, 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 ting.